Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you, wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today's show is a very special show because we are going to dedicate it to a very special person. This show today is dedicated to our new police chief, Police Chief Barry. This is your show. This show will be brought to you today by Gates Barbershop, 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You're looking good, and Gates told me to tell you that his job was to make you beautiful. And you will be beautiful when you go to Gates Barbershop, 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Mr. Gates would like to congratulate the Chief of Police of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And from Mr. Robert Gates and staff come these words: Chief Barry, we are proud of you. May God continue to bless and keep you. Hometown Groceries is located at 2001 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The entire staff, the manager, and the owner join us in congratulating our police chief, Barry. This is your show. Dr. A.L. Dow is so proud of the police chief. He asked me to express his congratulations to Chief Barry. Dr. A.L. Dow is located at 934 Northeast 8th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You need to call him for an appointment. The telephone number is 235-0536. Dr. A.L. Dow, 934 Northeast 8th Street in Oklahoma City. The telephone number 235-0536. Johnson's Jardina's Daycare Center is located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street. The telephone number is 424-4656. And also, Johnson's Jardina's number 2 is located at 2611 North Martin Luther King. You have missed Mrs. Gloria Matthews because she attended the National Leadership Conference that was held in Baltimore, Maryland. There are so many things to talk about. This delegation was headed by Brother Muse and a large number of people from Oklahoma City. But Mrs. Gloria Matthews is still talking about the 54th Annual National Leadership Banquet. And that banquet was in tribute of the late Brother John O. Williams. It featured Brother Jerry Houston of Memphis, Tennessee, who was a master of ceremony. The guest speaker came from Harlem Church of Christ in New York City, New York, Brother R.C. Whale. It was a banquet that you will have to continue to talk about. And we would like to thank Mrs. Gloria Matthews for giving us that information. Yes, Johnson Jardina's Daycare is doing exactly what it's supposed to do: train young people. They are trained in learning skills. They are trained in verbal expressions. They are learning how to work as a family under the leadership of a staff that has been together for years and years. Congratulations to the Johnson Jardina's Daycare. Exotic Florists getting ready for April. And they are doing it because they have some new flowers in. And we would like for you to go to 3620 North Lincoln Boulevard. The telephone number is 528-7659. Exotic Florists, 3620 North Lincoln Boulevard in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. What is history anyway? It's a story of people, their victories and their defeats. And today we are dedicating this entire program to the Chief of Police. We would like for you to call us here at 672-1220 so you can join in this congratulations. I know many of you did not get to attend the reception that was held for him on Thursday at City Hall. I know many of you will be attending the reception that will be given for him tomorrow at his beloved church, the Mount Olive Baptist Church, at 6 o'clock. But there are those of you that's all over Oklahoma City that will not have an opportunity to join in. But I would like to hear your voices this morning as you congratulate Chief Berry. It is true, one of our outstanding citizens was killed, Lois Swain. Many of you will know her as Lois Wundig, the sister of Reverend Raymond Wundig. We will tell you more about that later in our show. Leo's Barbecue is operated by Barbecue Charlie on 4th and Harrison in Oklahoma City. You can still get that Leo's Barbecue, 4th and Harrison. The telephone number is 236-5367, and you may call and get you some barbecue. And that's the only place in Oklahoma City you can have your cake and eat it too. He specializes in that delicious strawberry banana cake. Leo's Barbecue, operated by Barbecue Charlie, 4th and Harrison in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Congratulations to the Zeta Phi Beta sorority, the Chi Zeta chapter, as they celebrate Final Womanhood Week today. There will be a luncheon at Alberta's Tea Room at exactly 11:30 o'clock. That's 11:30 a.m. Now, you have called out here and you've asked for some tickets. I do not have any tickets, and if there are any Zetas anywhere that have some tickets, please call out here. I talked to Sarah Washington, and she said they had sold completely out, but it might be a Zeta somewhere that has a ticket, because there are some people that would like to attend that luncheon. Yes, today we are dedicating our program to Police Chief E.T. Berry. I don't know when I've experienced such happiness as I did when I received the word that we had a new police chief, who was E.T. Berry. I had watched Berry through the years, and on last Thursday, as Lady Ruth Hunter and I stood in City Hall, I was surrounded by memories of the past. I remember so well when we marched on City Hall and asked them to hire policemen. I remember when we asked them to promote policemen. Yes, I remember when we picketed the police station asking that blacks and whites should ride together in the same automobile. I remembered that. And I remember standing in City Hall asking for those things. But then God has allowed me to live to see the day that blacks and whites gather together in City Hall to recognize one of our own, Police Chief E.T. Berry. What a feeling, what a thrill. E.T. Berry, the first black chief of police in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Not only do I congratulate him, but I'm proud of him. And I think we can do a lot to help him. The first thing I want you to know, that just because you got a black chief, it doesn't mean that you're going to get by. And I say to you that there are some ways that we can help the chief, and that is by staying out of trouble. Clara Luper, hello? Hello?
Miss Luper?
Yes?
I'm Frances Cadell Deloney.
Yes, Frances.
And I would love to congratulate M.T. Berry being the first black chief of Oklahoma City. He was my classmate, class in 1968 at Douglas High School.
Really?
Yes. And it
Oh,
just go to let you know that if you keep working and people behind you, you never stop your
y-
dream. And he never stopped. He kept on going. And I would like to congratulate him and the rest of class of 68 that is moving on and anybody else.
okay.
And,
Now
and I
you.
would like to also thank you for being behind all of us.
Well, look. Tell me about M.T. Berry at Douglas High School.
He was a very nice young man. He was not a thug. He believed in going to school, and he never caused any problems that I can remember. And you know that's saying a lot today. He was an honor student and a very good student, and like I said, a very good classmate. He's somebody that you'd be proud of.
Well, I'm so happy that you're proud of Calvin. What about that class of what now?
Class of 68. We getting ready to have our 30th class reunion on June the 20th, 1998.
All right, June the 20th. You have something to shout about.
Thank you, Lord.
M.T. Berry.
That's right. So
And I'm
that's what I would like to say to you and to him. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so very kindly.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
That caller was right on time. You know, we all have a sense of pride uh, in any accomplishments that someone that we know makes. And I know that it makes every student, past student at Douglas, present student at Douglas, and especially those instructors who had an opportunity to teach a young man like Marion Barry. I know, like our new police chief, I know that they really have a deep sense of pride and a strong sense of accomplishments. But you know, the beautiful thing about the new police chief, and I'm certain that I'm like many of the citizens out there, we tend to do our best to limit our involvement with the police department. But I noticed with a new sense of pride that the police officers that I've seen out on the street, just the way they seem to be carrying themselves. They're riding differently in the car. You know, you used to see them all slouched down, but now they be really showing a different image. And I think that's going to be the long-term effect on having a new, and especially a black police chief. And I think they're going to be finding a lot more hands-on, a lot more concerned about the citizens themselves, and a lot more detail, too, on making sure that the laws are enforced, but they enforced fairly and equally across the board. But congratulations, Police Chief Barry, and we're looking forward to it. And today is your day here on the Clara Luper Radio Show, KTLV. I know a lot of you out there may have something to say. We invite you to call and to be a part of this show, 672-1220. And your reactions to being a citizen in a great city like ours, where we have the foresight and the stick-to-itiveness to have a black man as a police chief of our great city.
One thing about it, he's qualified. Thank God for qualifications. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. Hello?
Hello, Clara.
Yes.
This is Anna Slaughter,
Yes.
and I do want to congratulate Chief Barry. I recall very vividly when I was teaching, and the police would come out and talk to our students about different things, and Chief Barry was very, very impressive. What I would like to say to the young black men today, now you have a role model to look up to. Look up to him. Stay out of trouble. And one day, you may be chief of police or you may be mayor. There is hope, but you will have to persevere through trials and tribulations. So, Chief Barry, congratulations, and may God ever bless you and your family, and also my friend, Clara Luper.
Thank you so very kindly. That was Anna Slaughter. And thank you because today we are dedicating our entire program to the Chief of Police.
Mom, you pointed out that they will be having a big reception for him at his home church, and the name of that church and the time of that reception
It's Mount Olive
Olive Baptist
Church, one of our outstanding churches. And I would like to congratulate the people at Mount Olive Baptist Church. That's tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock when they will honor one of their own.
One of their own. You know, I just knowing Chief Barry, and over the years, you know, you'd often see him at all types of functions, but I bet he hasn't missed too many Sundays, even while he was a patrolman, even coming into the
He's crazy
police
about that
department.
music. Hello?
Good morning, Miss Luper. This is Lily Buckner calling.
Yes.
And I just want to call and congratulate you for taking the time to dedicate this program to M.T. Berry.
Well, I waited all my life for this moment, and God has allowed me to live
Well,
to
I'm
see the
excited
changes.
about it. As you know, M.T. is an outstanding member at Greater Mount Olive Baptist Church, where he's a member of the music ministry along with other ministries.
When you say the music ministry, what does he do there at Mount
He
Olive?
plays the bass guitar.
The bass guitar.
You mean we have a musician as a police chief also?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
And
Lily.
tell me more.
Major Berry he is also a young adult deacon, and he works with
He's a deacon?
Yes,
Okay.
and he works with the music ministry. You can see him around Greater Mount Olive doing a lot of things, and we are really proud of him.
I understand that there will be a reception for him tomorrow.
There will be, sometimes we don't honor our own, and Greater Mount
You're
Olive
right.
is honoring our own tomorrow
And that's at what time?
at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening.
Wonderful. Is the public invited?
Well, yes.
She's a little hesitant.
Well, I
there.
know
What-
one person is invited. That's me. You know, I live on 42nd Street.
Well,
and
you
I'm
know
at
you're
the-
invited, Mrs. Luper.
Yes, because you're one of my darlings.
And I'm looking forward to hearing you this around about 11:30 or so as you speak to the Zetas today.
Do you have any tickets left?
No, ma'am, I sure don't.
Do you know any Zetas with some tickets?
I
People
don't
call.
know any Zetas that have any tickets left.
Okay, would you get on the telephone and call a Zeta and see if you can find some tickets? We have some people that want to go to that luncheon.
I will.
Well, thank you so very kindly,
You're
and
welcome.
thank you for being a part of. What does the MT stand for?
Major T is all I know.
Okay then. Well, thank
Are
you
you
so
sure that
very.
wasn't his
Right.
rank? I think-
Okay, well, thank you so very kindly.
Thank you, Miss Luper, and God bless you.
Thank you. The Neighborhood Alliance Incorporated had a big reception for the new Chief of Police, M.T. Berry, on Thursday, March 26th from 4:30 to 6 o'clock. That was held on the third floor of the Oklahoma City Hall. And those of you that have not been downtown recently, you need to go down there and see the improvements that have been made. In fact, they have turned the City Hall clear around. There was a time when the city council people were on the south side. Now they're on the north side. What a change. And I do hope Lady Ruth Hunter will call us and tell us her reaction to that reception.
Mom,
Yes.
you know, since we're talking about City Hall and we're looking at the fact that we have a new police chief, what do you think will be the short-term effect of a city this size having a black man as a police chief of the police force here?
Well, I don't think it's so much the color of his skin. I think it's a fact that Oklahoma City has grown up to such an extent that they can recognize ability. They can recognize dedication. And the fact that you have a black policeman in a city that was once as segregated as Oklahoma City, it proves that everything must change. And I would like to congratulate every person in Oklahoma City that had anything to do with the change. And that change had to come. And who could be better than, I call him the Jackie Robinson of the City Hall.
Well, he definitely has to have a Jackie Robinson and has had a Jackie Robinson type attitude. Okay, that's the short term. But what do you think will be the long term? I mean, when the cities and people across this nation find out, you know, Oklahoma City spends a lot of time marketing itself and inviting tourists to come into our city. But what do you think will be the long-term effect of, once again, I hate to say it, but having a black man as a police chief for our city?
I think it will certainly increase our national human relations awareness. If you can remember, Calvin, Atlanta did not get the Olympics until they got a black mayor, Mayor Young. And I think that what is happening in Houston and in some of the other places that we've had black mayors, in Denver, for example, is the fact that people are recognizing people as people. And now we can say for sure that some of my best friends are white. I know all of mine. Some of my friends are white, and these white folks love Clara Luper. They used to love me so much until when I moved in a neighborhood. They loved me so much because they knew they were not going to keep their yards as pretty as I was going to keep mine, and they moved. But now they want to move over by me. Oh, what a change, and that change must come. And Calvin, we could have had a black mayor if our people had gotten out and voted. And I'm so proud of Willa because Willa said to the world, I am someone. And I know that I'm as good as anybody else. And there were over 6,990 people that felt the same way. But some of our people did not get out and vote because they are living in the 20th century, but their minds are back in the days when blacks could not vote. I'm so happy. I am so happy, and I'm so proud of Willa. And I know Willa is proud of the chief
Willa.
of police,
And
Chief Berry.
with Mrs. Johnson, with Willa Johnson being on the city council at the time that we selected a police chief, I know that she had a tremendous impact or influence on Marion Berry. No, not Marion Berry. Major Berry. Major Berry being appointed.
No,
as,
she didn't, Calvin. It's a funny thing
she
about
didn't?
politics.
Well, I
No,
thought
the city council does not have anything
she
to
had
do.
a vote on it, didn't she?
No, you don't vote. The chief of police is hired by the director of personnel. Whoever's head of that department, they do not interfere in personnel
Well,
problems.
see, I've learned something this Saturday morning, too, on the Clara Luper radio show. Here I am thinking that the police chief and the fire chief, that these were positions that the city council people had voted on and basically appointed them to that position.
No, that does not happen.
Well, this Clara Luper radio show, you can learn something every
police
time.
chief, the city council hires the city manager, and the city manager hires the staff, and the city manager, that goes entirely to him. Willa, congratulations, and I'm proud of you. But today belongs to who now?
This is program on the Clara Luper radio show has been dedicated to our new police chief, who happens to be a black man, a well-qualified black man. He also is a deacon, a youth deacon at Mount Olive Baptist Church, and that's none other than M.T. Berry himself.
And he plays a musical instrument.
That was interesting knowledge. You never know what all talents that people have, and it's just good to know that, he just didn't start in this youth ministry or in the music ministry the way it sounded, the way Mrs. Buckner was saying that. This is something that he's been doing over the years and has worked in all aspects of the church there, from the building program. I can remember him talking often about the growth that was going there, but I didn't realize that he was
You can
in
hardly
ministry
get down
like
the
that,
streets
so.
on Sunday. And I would like to congratulate the pastor there, because there are a lot of ministers that would not take time out and honor one of their own. Congratulations to Reverend
Woodbury.
Reverend Woodbury. We are
Woodbury,
proud of you.
right.
This is the Clara Luper radio show. Hello?
Well, Mom, we're working on a caller here, but we want to invite all of you out there who are listening to be a part of this show. You can call 672-1220, and we'll probably get some more calls. But this part of the program is being brought to you by another young person that we know that works, has an office at 730 West Britain Road. Could you tell me more about your daughter, Merlin Hildred, and her Allstate office there at 730 West Britain Road, and what goes on at Allstate?
As we talk, and certainly I always talk about you and the rest of all of you out there, but I'm very proud of Merlin Luper Hildred, whose office is located at 730 Britain Road in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 843-0811. Merlin is in her office now, and she would like to join us in congratulating the Chief of Police, Berry.
That's basically a new thing that Merlin is doing by keeping the office open on Saturday mornings for the convenience of customers, of our customers and of future customers. Because, a lot of us be working. We get out off work 6 o'clock. Most offices are closed. You drop your payment in the mail slot, but you don't have the time to go in there, or your schedule doesn't permit you to, unless it's a Saturday, where you can go in and talk with your agent about your home insurance, your life insurance, your boat insurance, your motorcycle insurance, any of your insurance needs, because that's taking care of your family and taking care of yourself. That insurance can be very important. As some of these homeowners that lost roofs, that have suffered tragedies or something like that, you're really glad to see your agent. But one thing I like about Maryland, you don't have to be in trouble to go talk about your insurance. You can go and she's going to make sure that you have the best policy that is available for you.
Yes, you may. Let's go over the kind of insurance that Maryland sells.
Well, I know she has motorcycle insurance. I know she has.
Well, Calvin, I don't have a
You
motorcycle.
don't have a motorcycle.
But I do have a beautiful black automobile.
She has auto
Oh, my
insurance.
gracious.
She has home insurance. She has life insurance. Any of your that mobile home insurance. What else? Annuities. I mean, it's all type of programs and projects that are there that Maryland could explain to you. And you know, she also has a great support staff. April Hildred has been with her now almost 10 years. Alicia's there. There are other people that work there, and they make sure that that you get nice, courteous, quick service, and they also make sure that we take care of your insurance needs.
This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today we are saluting one of our own, the Honorable Chief of Police of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Honorable Chief Berry. You may call us at 672-1220. It's Soul Bazaar talking time in Oklahoma. The Soul Bazaar is a trade and industry show, and we are very proud of you. We want you to know that the Star Spencer course became the greatest course in the United States as they won first place down in Florida, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that in our show. Congratulations to Tyron Stanley for a job that's well done. We want you to know that during the Soul Bazaar, we give young people the opportunity to perform. We give middle-aged people the opportunity to perform. Someone has called and asked if Maddie Dillard is performing this year. Yes, Maddie Dillard is performing. We do not kick people out. Rather, we want them in. The secret of the Soul Bazaar is that we involve so many people. You are involved in it. And we are asking you if you would be kind enough to serve as one of our news reporters. Now, you can do this by getting out your pencil and paper and saying that on May 15th and 16th, we will be at the Myriad Convention Center at the Soul Bazaar. And that will be something. And Calvin, when we talk about Miss Black Oklahoma, we've got to talk about Miss Black Rose State.
Well, I'm still thinking about the Soul Bazaar and the.
Well, I want you to think about Rose State and that beautiful young lady who won Miss Black Rose State and who will represent the student, the college. In that pageant.
Well, will we have an opportunity to meet this young lady prior to the next pageant?
I don't know, but I know one thing. I know that young lady, Jones, Miss Black Rose State from last year, did a job. That is the most talented young lady, and I'm going to tell you more about that next week. I'm going to tell you all about it because I'm going to invite Miss Jones to be a very distinguished guest, and I know without her, we never would have had the kind of pageant that we had. And congratulations to Miss Cobbard, and I know the people at Shiloh Baptist Church is very proud of the young lady that won the highest honor at Rose State College.
You know, along with winning that prize, the crown and all that, she also received a scholarship.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you all about that next week because
that's one thing about the Miss Black.
That's one thing about Miss Black. They get scholarships. I have over $30,000 worth of scholarships for the winner this year. And after March 31st, you will not have the opportunity to get in Miss Black Oklahoma City. And if you want to get into Miss Black Oklahoma City, you better do like the other young people are doing. You better call me, 672-1220. Go by Freedom Center, get you an application, because we are closing the doors not only on Miss Black Oklahoma City, but on the pages. And I want you to be sure and understand that we wanted you. We asked you about your beautiful daughters, granddaughters, your nieces. We ask you about them because we want to give everybody a chance. The Miss Black Oklahoma State pageant will be held at Rose State College. Miss Black Oklahoma City will be held May 2nd, 1998 at Days Inn.
You know, Mom, I'm just thinking back in history, and of course, thinking about the person who we're dedicating this program to, M.T. Barry. But do you remember when we were first starting the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant and the Soul Bazaar, those type functions? How we had no idea of the type of security or the security needs that were needed, and how this young man, I think he wasn't even a detective or anything then, but I believe he was a patrolman, and he came in there and gave us some valuable assistance, not just one time, but he helped us to devise a security plan that we're still using today. You remember that?
I remember that, and that's why I'm so excited about getting the right blacks in places. Now, there are some blacks, I don't know but one, who would get in a position where you turn against other blacks. But that Barry has been faithful not only to the blacks, but to the whites, to the Hispanics, to the Indians. Barry is quite a guy.
And that was before I'm sure that he even thought about, well, I don't know. I never talked with him about that, and I've never heard anyone say, but how long he may have been wanting to be police chief. But
Now,
I know
he
he
didn't want
served
to, because I know I went to him and asked him, and he told
back
me.
years ago.
I went to him and he said, Clara, I'm not interested now.
Okay.
I'm not ready. But he is ready now. And he was looking good at that reception, just like a chief could. And just to see the chief of police and the fire chief, all of those people around congratulating him, I just stood there as tears rolled down my eyes. And I said one thing, I want to thank God that he has allowed me to see this moment in history. And if you don't believe we are making progress, well, that's I don't want to change your beliefs, but I know one
All
thing.
you have to do is look around you.
We
Really.
got a chief. And Calvin, while I was there, I went in Willa's office. She here sure has it fixed up nice.
Well, she's supposed to.
Okay, I'm just
she
saying
has a
that. I'm
fixed up
just going.
neighborhood. You know, that
Okay.
Ward 7 is not no slouchy ward. You know, we got a lot of Ward 7 pride over here.
And we got a lot of people in Ward 7 who are really proud, and I know I'm proud.
We got to get more people in Ward 7 to vote, though.
Yeah,
no
we
matter
got to get
how much pride you got,
Yeah,
it really
if you don't
doesn't
have
go
to-
till you put it out there in the ballot box and let your voice be heard.
Somebody asked me who has the dirtiest yard in Ward 7, who has the most unkept ward. I want you to look around in
Well,
your neighborhood and let me know, because this is spring and we got to clean up because we are clean people. This is the day that we are dedicating this program to the Chief of Police, Barry. Barry, this is your program. And every time I see him, I want to salute him and say, thank you for holding on in spite of conditions. Don't forget, Soul Bazaar is May 15th and 16th at the Myriad Convention Center. We are interested in entertainers. We are interested in bands, and I have good news for you. Star Spencer's dance group will be with us, and if you want to be in the fashion show, call us. Call us out here. Let us know. I'll call our office, and that office number is what, Calvin?
424-2384 or 424-3949, and you can ask to speak to Clara Luper or Calvin Luper, and we'll do what we can. We'll do what is necessary to inform you more about the Soul Bazaar and how you can participate in it, or your group can participate in it. And there's also participation if you're a business owner. If you have a business and you would like to show your business off, I like to say put the shine on it, we invite you to be a participant in this year's Soul Bazaar. Mom, what are some of the advantages that a business would have by displaying and participating in the Soul Bazaar?
Well, you will get to meet grassroots people, because the Soul Bazaar is business and it's geared to those who want the opportunity to meet the people that they deal with. The Soul Bazaar is education, economic development, culture exchange. And during the Soul Bazaar this year, we will have the AXO elimination contest, in which young people will be competing in all phases. We have an essay contest. We have a portrait contest. We have posters. We want involvement and total involvement in the process. The Soul Bazaar has earned the reputation of being Oklahoma's great trade and industry show. It is designed to support and to attract participants to each exhibitor's booth. So be sure and exhibit at Soul Bazaar. We can guarantee you one thing, that this is our 29th year, and for 29th year we have carried on. And I would like to thank, and next week I'll be telling you some exhibitors that have been and supporters that have been with us for 29 years.
Mom, you mentioned Maddie Dillard, and I know that this year she's planning a show there at the Soul Bazaar stage doing the Soul Bazaar. And I got to thinking back again on history. I don't know why we're reminiscing so on this program. I guess the fact that M.T. Berry has grown up as a young man in Oklahoma City and
At
has
Douglas High School.
gone on to schools here in the Oklahoma City public schools, gone on to further his education, and now as police chief. Kind of makes you think back and look back. But Maddie Dillard, now this will be what, her ninth presentation at the Soul Bazaar?
She's been a part of it for a long time. Mother Jack will be there. Lady Ruth Hunter's fashion show, Nancy Davis fashion show. Oh, you will see. Oh, they will all be back. But let's go to Beauty Inn, 1138 Northeast 36th Street in the Northeast Shopping Center. You may call 557-0119. That's the beauty shop, 1138 Northeast 36th Street. And they have a special today. They will give you a discount on chemicals, relaxers, curls, colors. And they will give you a discount on clipper cuts. They will give you a discount on freezes and finger waves and blow dry style. Go to there and ask for Eugene at Beauty Inn. Javon's Style Shop is located at 4801 North Lincoln. The telephone number is 521-9307. Calvin, you know I like to hear from our young people, and I want to see if I can find the youngest person that can call me and tell me who the new chief of police is. I want you to call me, give me your name and your age, and I have a prize for the youngest one that will call me and tell me who the police chief is. You know, we need to talk about each other. We need to, when I say talk about each other, we need to talk about our good points. And it reminds me of my experiences in Hoffman, Oklahoma, where Mrs. Griffin, Mrs. Ford, yes, Mrs. Guillory and others used to sit around and tell us about young people. Whether we made a basketball goal or a peach cobbler, they would tell us all about it.
Y'all had to chop wood down there too, didn't you?
Yes, and we knew how to do it. Clara Luper, hello.
Hi, this is Brandon Adden. I'm 12 years old. The sheriff's name is, the chief is E.T. Berry.
And your name is what?
Brandon Adden.
Brandon Adams?
A.D. Adden.
Okay. And how old are you?
12 years old.
Okay, if no one else called younger than you, you'd be our winner. You better give me your telephone number so I can get in.
Mom, don't get the number over the air here.
Okay.
Brandon, keep listening, and we should have everything together in about the next 10 minutes as to who will be the youngest caller. Good luck. I hope it's you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's a 12-year-old. We've got to keep our young people involved. And who would have thought that in America, young 11 and 13-year-old students would do what was done in Arkansas? That is just awful. Clara Luper, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I was calling to give you the youngest person that knows who the chief of police is.
I want to hear that young person's voice.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Reggie Bear.
And what is your name?
Wakaya.
What?
Wakaya.
Okaya, she said.
Yeah.
Okay.
How old are you?
Bye.
How old are you?
How old are you?
2.
You're 2 years old. Who's the chief of police?
Terry.
Who?
Big Terry.
I can't understand.
That sounded close. We're trying.
Who is the chief of police?
Terry.
Okay, Akaya, we got the
Okay.
call, and we
Okay.
basically.
And you're how old?
She was 2 or 5. 2 or 5.
Is this a little girl or a little boy?
The girl.
You're a girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
2 years
struggling
old.
it out. At least she has the last name right.
Okay.
I think we have one other caller here right close by.
Okay. Hello.
And good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show this beautiful M.T. Berry Saturday morning. How are you doing?
Fine.
Good. Do you know the name of Oklahoma City's new police chief?
Yes.
What is that name?
M.T. Berry.
M.T. Berry.
What is your name?
Victoria Bell.
Victoria Bell. How old are you?
11.
You're 11 years old. Boy, I am so proud of you. 11 years old. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so very kindly, and stay tuned to the Clara Luper radio show, okay?
Okay.
Well, we want to. That's what I want. I want our young people to know. And incidentally, Calvin, you know I have a fan club.
No, what do you mean?
You know I have a fan club. The Clara Luper fan club, where young people all over this state belong to my club, and you don't have to pay any dues. You don't have to come to any meetings. You just have to promise not to curse anybody, not to fight. You have to promise that you will do your best in school, and then I will start the 1st of April. I will start giving out cards where you have your identification, and it will say, I'm a proud member of the Clara Lupers fan club. Those are the kind of fans I want. Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
We're working on it, Mom. We'll get it
Okay.
together. We got a caller there that's ready. So
Hello?
far, we have a 12-year-old and a 5 or a 2-year-old that was
And an 11-year-old.
11-year-old.
Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper radio show. How are you doing this beautiful morning, this Saturday morning? And good morning. Hi. How you doing?
And what is your name?
Hi.
What is your name?
Kaya.
Akaya is calling back. Okay, Akaya. Tell us who the police chief is for our great Oklahoma City.
M.T. Berry.
All
we
right.
got that time.
Oh,
Okay.
great. Isn't that
Now-
wonderful?
now,
And
Kaya,
I admire that mother. Whoever is that? That's right. Teach your children and teach your children well.
Well,
Thank
Mom,
you so much. Huh?
We may have to come up with more than one prize here.
Oh, yeah, well,
I think
we
Phil
can.
may
We
have
got
to give
3.
one. I may have to give a prize
Okay,
also.
we're going to do that.
Because it's good to see these young people participating and knowing what they're doing and able to say the name and to say the name correctly. You know, oftentimes the involvement that we as citizens have with the police department always brings on a sense of fear. And I know the police department over the years has come out with programs, outreach programs, I believe they call it, where they go around the schools, they go around the churches. And if my memory serves me correct again, I think one of the innovators and one of the originators of that project, early patrolman, early participants in that program is our current police chief. So I'm really looking forward to more of that type thing going on now that he's police chief, because if he was doing it as a lowly patrolman, as they like to say, you know that you can look forward to it being done on a more expansive basis now that he is the police chief.
Calvin, today is cleanup day at Freedom Center, and you will notice that we are working on our yard. We will be working inside, and Mrs. Gloria Masters has told me that we've got to have those floors shining and what have you. And we would like for you to understand that. We will be back next week with your favorite catfish, nachos, and all of that.
You know, a little bit
Hello?
about Freedom Center,
Calvin,
too.
somebody's on the line.
Yes.
This is Pat Grigsby.
Yes,
Gloria
Pat.
Matthews, you know I had to call in because she
Okay.
got on me. So I want to say congratulations to Chief Berry and lots of luck.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Are you proud of Chief Berry?
Oh, I am indeed.
Well, that is really wonderful. And we are proud of you for calling in because
Okay, thank you, Miss Lou. And hello, Calvin.
Hello, how are you doing? I was
Fine,
hoping you'd speak to me. I was going to make
Okay.
a joke. I was going to say, now, should we put her down as one of the youngest callers?
Oh, how about
But
that?
we-
That made my day.
It made your day. Well, thank
Okay.
you for making ours here, because it
Okay.
is indeed a pleasure to be here this beautiful morning and to be here on the show.
Oh, well,
So
great.
thank you,
all
Mrs. Grisby.
have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. We'll try our best.
well, I enjoy talking to my people. These are my people from all over the state. These are my people. Somebody asked me, Clara Luper, why do you have so many friends? I turned that around. I said, you asked the wrong question. Let me ask you, why is it you don't have any friends? I can tell you why. Because you don't know how to be friendly. Hey, Clara Luper's radio show, 672-1220. Today we are congratulating Chief Berry, and you will have that privilege too. Hello? Okay, if we don't get you one time, we'll get you
We'll
again.
come back. You know, we're
Yes.
persistent, and we will be getting to you. Good morning.
Good
to all-
morning.
How are you doing this
Fine.
beautiful
How you
morning?
doing, Cousin Calvin?
Fantastic, cousin. Who am I talking with?
Judy Beth. I just want to
Judy, how you
congratulate-
doing?
I'm fine. How you and
Good.
Aunt Clara doing?
Fantastic.
I just
now that
want
we
to
hear you.
congratulate M.T. Berry and said, may God bless him. I go to church with his father, Reverend M.T. Barrow with Great Mount Carmel. So I just want to tell M.T. congratulations.
Oh, so that's Reverend Barry's son?
Yes, it is. Uh-huh.
Wonderful.
So I just want to say congratulations, and I love you, Aunt Clara, and I love you, Cousin Kevin.
Okay.
I know you love me.
Okay,
And
Aunt
incidentally,
Clara.
let me
heard
tell
that.
you something. The family voted on Thursday to go to Shreveport, Louisiana
All
for the
right.
family reunion.
Okay, well, I will call you at home and talk to you about that, Aunt Clara.
Okay.
Okay, darling.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mom, let me mention this now while we have a little break, because on Friday, April the 3rd, at 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., at the Telstar Elementary School, the students, the family members, and friends are going to be having a spring carnival. Now, Telstar is located at 9521 Northeast 16th Street. That's 16th and Douglas. And they invite you, the public, to come out. And, during this spring carnival, not only will you have a chance to play and interact with the kids, but you'll have an opportunity to see how they've decorated the hall and the gymnasium in that area and showing off. That's what Telstar will be doing during their spring carnival, April the 3rd. We want you to know about it, and we want you to be proud of your students who attend that dynamic elementary school.
Now, Miss Luper,
Yes.
I want you to know. You remember that principal that you talked to?
Yes.
That is his school.
Oh, well, thank you so very kindly.
So you know you are invited to come out next Friday,
Okay, what time is that?
5:30.
5:30.
5:30.
It's a spring carnival and an auction.
Okay.
Oh, what's the auction going to be about?
Well, it's going to be
Okay,
a surprise because
okay.
come on out. You'll see who the auctioneer is.
And what time will that be?
The auction?
No, I'm
Oh,
not-
the spring carnival starts at 5:30.
Okay.
And it's from 5:30 to 8.
Okay.
You heard about it here on the Clara Luper Radio Show now. Well, we can't tell you about the auction, but we will tell you
Well,
you can have a good time.
I can tell you, somebody wants to know, Fifth Street is getting ready to celebrate their church's anniversary. Mrs. Lucille Williams is the chairperson of that anniversary, and the speaker is going to be Reverend H.A. Walker, one of the sons of Fifth Street Baptist Church. And I will tell you the date next week, but I want you to know that Fifth Street is getting ready to celebrate its anniversary, and Reverend H.A. Walker, my friend, your pastor, Pastor Emeritus of
True
True
Vine.
Vine Baptist
That's-
Church, will be
that's some
the
place.
guest speaker.
Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. How are you doing?
Oh, fine. How you doing there, Brother Calvin?
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Deacon Gates of Gates Barbershop. Am I right?
You got it.
we help you look beautiful. We make people beautiful.
You got it. We help make them look beautiful.
We help them make
God
them look.
did. We lost a couple of our Dundee family.
Right.
Just
Matthews.
Matthews and Swain.
Lois Swain, yes.
Yes. I'd like to send my condolences to the family.
Right. You know, one thing about Matthews, he knew that black history, and he never missed a Clara Luper radio show, especially in February. Max Matthews, and his funeral will be today. Thank you so very kindly
you very
for
much.
calling in. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and Calvin, I want to tell
Oscar
you.
got you, didn't he? Good
Yes.
morning. We have another caller. Good
Hello.
morning. You know, one thing about the Clara Luper Radio Show, we welcome your call. How are you doing this morning?
Fine.
Good. Do you happen to know the correct answer to the question that we're trying to find out? And that is
M.T. Barry?
who?
M.T. Barry?
M.T. Barry.
Who is this, Calvin?
Would you tell us your name?
Paul Lehman?
Paul Lehman. Hello, Paul
Mm-hmm.
Lehman. L.E. Okay. And how old are you, Paul?
I'm 9 years old.
9 years of age. Okay.
And Calvin, that's just about the time. Oh,
Okay,
thank
we
you.
got a couple
And
minutes.
Calvin,
Thank you,
we
Paul.
got to get all of their addresses because we're gonna give all of them prizes. These are the most intelligent
okay.
young people. I am so proud of it. Anytime you can have a radio audience from 2 years old up, you're going some. And thank you so very, very kindly. This is a
Okay,
Clara
well,
Luper radio show.
let's make sure they know
Calvin,
they need to call
I
us
have-
back, right?
I mean,
About
people want
10
tickets to
o'clock.
the
Well,
luncheon today.
Miss Luper.
Yes.
That was a call that came in, and it was for you, and I was supposed to mention this to you, and I didn't know that this was one of your sisters, Sister
Okay.
Bernice Cooksey.
Yes. Well,
She
where-
works at Telstar.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Bernice
so-
Cooksey?
Yes, and
Land.
she called in and said, "You tell Sister Luper that I am one of her sisters, and." And so, yes, and she called in and said, "You tell Sister Luper that I am one of her sisters, and." And so, yes, and she called in and said, "You tell Sister Luper that I am one of her sisters, and." And so, yes, and she called in and said, "You tell Sister Luper that I am one of her sisters, and." and I do work at Telstar, and I want her coming out.
Okay, well, thank you. Bernice Cooksey is also one of my sorority sisters. Somebody else is calling. We don't want to cut anybody.
At 11:30 today, something is happening.
There'll be a luncheon at Alberta's Tea Room, and I can hardly wait to get out there
Well,
to eat.
who will be the guest speaker at that luncheon?
Okay, Alvin, I'm not going to tell you.
You're not going to tell me?
No.
I know that I believe the guest speaker had some help from Jayla this week on writing a speech. But good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Hello, this is Tamika, Miss Black, Oklahoma City, and I was calling to congratulate Lieutenant M.T. Berry on becoming the police chief of Oklahoma City.
Well, thank you. Doesn't she have a sweet voice?
That's Tamita. How do you pronounce your name again?
Calvin, Mr. Cooksey.
Tamita Cooksey. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're glad to hear from you, Miss Black.
Are you coming to the luncheon today?
Yes, ma'am, I'm going to be there.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Her grandmother is one of the sorors. All right. But thank you so very kindly.
She is Miss Black, Oklahoma City. Thank
you
for
calling. Were you at Freedom Center the night that Calvin and Ellis presented their number?
Yes, ma'am.
Weekend Singers.
Okay,
that was an outstanding concert, wasn't it?
Yes, it was outstanding, but I wouldn't pay for it.
Thank you so very. Thank you so very kind.
Mom, I need to share this information with you and the listening audience. My agent has supposedly been negotiating with you for the Weekend Singers to appear at the Soul Bazaar, but so far he's told me that you all still haven't reached an agreement, so I don't know if we'll be able to be there.
Miss Black, Oklahoma City just said she wouldn't pay, and people have to pay $2 to come to the
Well, no, I mean,
Soul Bazaar.
this is being done between my agent and the Soul Bazaar Committee, and I look forward to being there. I would really like to participate. Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. How are you doing this morning?
Fine.
Good. What's your name?
Quenisha Williams.
Quenisha Williams, do you know the name of our new police chief here in Oklahoma City?
Yes.
Will you tell us?
M.T. Berry.
Okay.
Isn't that wonderful? Calvin, are you getting their names and addresses? Because
Mama,
these are winners on the Clara Luper Radio Show.
We have the names here. And,
well, we didn't get that last name. Would you give it to us again?
M.T. Berry.
No, your name.
Your name.
My name?
Yes.
Quenisha Williams, QUE-N-E-I-S-H-A.
Oh, go on, girl. Okay. Well, you will call us back and be sure and get right after the show. We will have about 5 minutes out here and give us your names and addresses because we got to get you some prizes. You are so intelligent. We're so proud of you. Now, Calvin, I want to know if the Weekend Singers are going to perform at the Soul Bazaar.
Well, Mom, we would love to perform, but you know how it is. Once you turn professional, you just can't just up and start singing and go in places and start singing. So my agent is working with the Soul Bazaar Talent Committee, and I'm certain that we will be able to reach some type of agreement where the audience will be able to see and enjoy the live performances, guaranteed to inspire you and to make your day. And that's the Weekend Singers. And well, we're getting too good. We may have to change our name, but we're really getting good. But we have one more call.
You think you're getting good, Calvin?
Thank you. I know it.
Well, somebody told me
Ellis and I,
for you to stick to your electrical work because you are a poor singer. Somebody's calling us. Let's get that call.
Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Good morning. I don't know Chief Berry personally or anything, but the day that I heard who the new police chief was, I was truly grateful. It was like a prayer being answered. I worked closely with the Juvenile Bureau and volunteer my time with the youth down there, and it was just like a prayer being answered. And I've heard all the really nice things that people have said about him, and I just want to wish him well and let him know that there are citizens out here who are behind him.
All right.
Thank you. Very
you know, that's another area that Chief Berry, when he was a patrolman, he was extremely interested in the juvenile program, too. I think Dick Van Nostrum and Judge Smith and all of them, I believe Berry had an opportunity then to help the juveniles before they really got into the system. And he was doing this as a patrolman. Well, we had a bright future here in Oklahoma City, but we're running out of time, Mom. And
well, Calvin,
I
I want you to, there are a lot of people that want you to sing happy birthday to them today, and I don't want to miss that. And I do have some closing remarks. In the meantime, I will see all of you at Alberta's Tea Room at exactly 11:30 a.m. And in the meantime, I'm sorry, we do not have any more tickets. That luncheon has been completely sold out.
Okay. This is a birthday song goes out today to a young lady who celebrated her birthday Tuesday, and she said she's 39 again. Also goes out to a young man named Spunky, whose birthday isn't until next month, but he wanted to make sure that he heard it this month while he had an opportunity to. So here we go from the We Can't Singles originator. We want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this on the Clara Luper Radio Show this beautiful Saturday morning. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Dee Dee. Happy birthday, Spunky. Happy birthday to you.
This week our hearts were saddened. 4 young ladies and a teacher shot down in Arkansas. It brought back memories of that Sunday morning when 4 young blacks were blown into eternity in Birmingham. We felt the pain, we felt the ache. And today we would like to send our sympathy to the people of Jonesboro, Arkansas. We understand like no other people. We must now take a new look at our schools. We must take a new look at our families, and the families must take on the full responsibilities of their children. We ask you to join us in praying for the people in Arkansas, and also for the families that have felt lost in our own city. And this is Clara Luper saying that whatever happens, let's stay out of trouble. Let's show Chief Berry that we can make a difference. I'm counting on you. And in the meantime, I want you to know that you are a member of my fan club. You may write me at Post Office Box 11106 so I can get your cards out, and your cards will be available after April the 1st. Clara Luper saying,
What do you have to do to be a
what,
member?
you can't curse, you can't fight, you got to do your best. You got to make good grades, and if you're making a D, you got to show me that you're going to make a C. If you're making a C, show me you can make a B. If you're making a B, show me you can make an A, and give me all my flowers while I live. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you, Chief Berry. Clara Luper, bye-bye.
This is AM 1220, KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City.